I'm about to you have to go home
What's up,
eventually.
YouTube? Zero Wolf here to give you guys a deck profile of the current deck I will be playing this format. This deck profile will be on Hieratic. So we'll start off with the traps that I'm running right now. Bottomless trap hole. I play staple, gets rid of problematic cards, BLS, and other more irritating cards. Also, people who run Rabbit, play this, it gets rid of both their targets. So that's why I run it. Compulse, another card to answer with problematic monsters, and anti-XYZ, anti-synchro, so great card. Torrential Tribute, Mass Destruction, again, staple for problematic cards. 2 Lifeless Breeds. I run 2 because I don't have much in the way of draw power for this deck, so to have this is more handy than, in my opinion, to play Upstart Goblins, because the whole point of my deck is OTK, and to give my opponent 1,000 life points could stop my OTK. That's it for the traps. 3 Seal of Convocations. This is the search card for Heretics. When the ban list revealed that this was going to go back to 3, I was beyond happy because at 2 the deck was still good, but with it at 3 the deck had become significantly more consistent, and with that I was extremely happy to pull this back out of the freaking toolbox and run it again. My body is a shield. A lot of people tell me, oh, it's such a bad card, and Lance is better. Well, in my opinion, my body is a lot better because it helps against Mirror Force, Dark Hole, Torrentials, Bottomless, Black Rose, and other more irritating cards. This card has pulled me out of so many problems, it's not even fun. So, that's why I play it. Double MST. Most people are running triple. I only need double because in my deck you have a monster that is an MST itself. So this is more so just if I need to get rid of it because I don't have him accessible. 1 Wingbeat of a Giant Dragon. What this is essentially is my Heavy Storm. Since Heavy Storm has been banned, thankfully, Wingbeat has become very helpful because I can use it to bounce back my Tefnuit, or I can bounce back my Darkest Metal, and just get rid of all the background. 1 Day of Peace, very self-explanatory. It gives me a draw, it gives me a turn to stall if I have to. Book of Moon, this is for problematic cards, Ophion, Thunder King, which is at 1, so I'm not really expecting him, Christia, and other cards that would stop me from zoning. Allure of Darkness, self-explanatory, draw power, and Dark Hole, another self-explanatory card. Mass Destruction eliminates problematic cards. And now finally the monsters. 3 Hieratic Dragon of the Sept. This one is the one who can normal summon it, and its attack goes down to 1,000, so it can get bottomless. And it also copies levels, which is fantastic because 2 of the dragons are level 5, 1 being herself. 3 Hieratic Dragon of Neptet. This is the one that I really need to learn more and work with more. But what she does is she destroys a monster by tributing a Hieratic from my hand or my side of the field, which can benefit greatly because Ophion is not immune to her effect. 3 Hieratic Dragon of Sue. He's my back row destroyer, and he being a level 6 is really easy to recycle through and use to make Atom, which is the key engine of the deck. 3 Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. Cyber Dragon in the deck, level 6. It's an essential for the deck. Great target for Wingbeat. 2 Wattail Dragons. I say 2 Wattail Dragons because I have yet to run into anybody who plays chain disappearance. The day I do, I will switch over to a Luster Dragon. Till then, I'm running double Watto. Plus, stronger than Luster Dragon by 100 points. 2 Trigodias. Trigodias are extremely versatile in this deck for the fact that, one, you can sit on them for a very, very long time because they can be 3k, 3600 defense walls, and it's really hard to get past that. As well, depending on the deck I'm playing, I could potentially steal a monster from my opponent. I can copy the levels of my monsters in grave. He's a great target for plenty of XYZs that I run. 2 Torchives. Just 2 Torchives, that's it. You know, I only run 1 rank 3 XYZ, so that's all I need it for. Provides a dark target. 1 BLS, the ugly one from the tin, super, I know. But it is very, very versatile in this deck, and for me to pull it out usually is me ensuring game. Or it's my top deck because I have nothing I can do. 1 Plague Spreader Zombie, because Plague Spreader actually gives me the ability to synchro for Stardust, Scrap Dragon, Red Dragon, Archfiend, Crimson Blader, or whatever comes to mind. Gives me a level 8. I hardly ever make any 7s with him, so I don't bother with Black Rose or anything like that. Gore's self-explanatory. I don't run much as far as back row protection or back row goes. The most you'll get is you'll, you know, hit my Reckless Greed and then I'll just drop Gores. Light Pulsar Dragon, same thing as BLS. It's a light dark, and I can easily rip this off. And if I can destroy it, I can get Darkest Metal back. So, Pulsar is a very self-explanatory card. And 1 Red Eyes Darkest Metal. Yes, max rarity from Jump. I'm very happy I got my hands on this actually. This is the big beater of the deck, and he has a significant level of versatility here. I can use him for Goose Up Max if I played it. I can do various things with him. Wind Beat, M7 to bounce him back, and just resummon him through Vanishing. Pulsar to get him back. There's many different things I can do with him. And that is the entire main deck for my Heretics. On to the extra deck. And I actually even have a side deck for this as well. 1 Scrap Dragon. Very self-explanatory card. Target a monster, destroy it, as well, or target 1 card I control, 1 my opponent controls, destroy them both. He seems to see a lot more play than what most other level 8s see. So, Stardust, in my opinion, Stardust has and always will be a staple in every deck that can go for 8. 1 Zenmanes, it's my Torgat target. He's used for me to stall if I need time to attain what I need for my OTK. 1 Terrace. It's very rare that I go into it, but when I do, Terrace puts in a lot of work. With the ability, you know, it can't be destroyed by spell or by card effects in general. Terrace is definitely a hard-hitting competitive card. 1 Gauntlet Launcher. This guy puts in a lot of work. Most people don't know it because they don't fully read him, but you can activate his effect twice in turn and get rid of 2 monsters your opponent has, which makes him really, really, really good. And then you just overlay for a Gaia Charger on top of it, and you just go off, make your opponent sad. Next up is Photon Strike Bouncer. Very self-explanatory. It's the answer to Gores. It's the bane of Lightsworn's existence, as well as many other decks. And being a 27 beater makes him pretty good as well. 1 M7. M7 is my, I'm going to bounce a card you control and push for game, or I'm going to recycle my Red Eyes out of my grave, or anything that I really need to get rid of on your side of the field. 2 Exobeetles. Exobeetle is a really, really great card in this deck. I chose to run 2 because it's a dark target, which is more fodder for BLS and more fodder for Light Pulsar Dragon. As As well, his effect to equip a monster from either player's graveyard is extremely ridiculous. I can equip my Pulsar and then send it, and if I have my Darkest Metal engraved, I can revive my Darkest Metal. Or if I'm playing against an Exector player, I can take their Giga Mantis, and he would become a 3600. Or I can take their Hornet and use Hornet and then use Executable effect. What Executable can do is just ridiculous. And then we have 3 items, very self-explanatory for the deck. He is the key card of this deck to go off, and people will target him with Veilers, which is very unfortunate and it's very hurtful to my feelings, but I have found ways around it, so that's actually why I played 3. And the last of it is 3 Gaia Chargers. Gaia Charger in this deck is just beyond stupid. He can be overlaid over every single Exceed in the deck and basically he turns whatever Exceed I use into a 2600 Pierce monster, and that's kind of scary for most people. And last but not least, the side deck. So, siding right now is 2 Dragos. They're my anti-light, anti-dark monsters, so no evil swarms, no Constellars, no fairies, no light swarms. This guy shuts them down. He is the end of them. Max Seas. These are for if I go against Plant Dragons or other Hieratics or other decks that do just significant level of special summoning. Flying Sea is pretty much any decks that are Exceed heavy, Hieratics, or Evil Swarms, Constellars, any decks that do a lot of XYZ summoning. The Fire Fencing Ferret, just simple answer to Ophion and other problematic cards that you can't get rid of on a normal basis. As well, he hits for an additional 500 damage. 2 Penguin Soldiers. This card has really been putting in a lot of work, and it's an answer to Ophion that they have no response to because they only have answers to spells and traps. 2 Electric Virus. Self-explanatory. It's for going against other dragon decks or in that event where I run into 6 hands, which is very rare but does happen. Electric Virus is there for that. And 3 Battle Faders. These are for when I do go against Evil Swarms. Battle Fader will pull me out of the situation because he'll get the attack and the battle phase and give me tribute fodder to bring out my Hieratics and start getting rid of everything that I need to. And that is my Hieratic deck profile for September 2013. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Give me improvement tips, and I will see you all at San Mateo.